Hello, I'm Candace Boothby, and I am the CEO of the Newnan Coweta Chamber, and I am so happy to be here today with my new friend, Hope Brown, who is the Executive Director of Clothes Less Traveled, which is based out of Peachtree City. And I'm having such a fun time visiting with Hope, but just looking around this amazing store and just seeing all the beautiful inventory that you have. 23,000 square, 26,000 square feet, 28 employees.
Yes.
About a $2 million budget, and you donate to about 72 nonprofits.
That's correct.
Which is just amazing. So I told Hope I have a few really tough questions for you, but no, seriously. I thought we'd just start with, just tell us where we are and what's happening here.
Okay. We're out in the furniture department, and with Clothes Less Travel, what we do, we take donations from our community members, and we sell it in the store. We keep everything that's really nice, but the profits that we make from that, we give back to the community.
Which is the 72 nonprofits.
Which is the nonprofits in Coweta and Fayette County.
Right, exactly. Okay, so but you mentioned that Clothes Less Traveled has been in existence for 28 years.
Almost 28 years.
And it starts with the Catholic Church.
Exactly.
Can you walk us through that?
We had our founders, Joan Val Smith and Mary Ann Cox,
Okay.
at the Catholic Church. People were bringing them clothes for people who needed it and stuff. And then it got to be just overwhelmingly. And so then when that got too big at the church, they moved over to Clothes and Drive.
You told me that, yes, yeah.
And then they outgrew that, which they moved here.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, the building is kind of segmented.
It
so they
is.
kept taking parts of it
But it
as we
makes
grew.
sense as I look, because it's based on the product that you
Right.
have throughout. And I love the fact that we're sitting in the furniture department, right?
That's kind of so in 2021, they went from, about 2020, they went from a board running the stores.
Okay.
The board and the
So it's
volunteers.
full-time volunteers.
Yeah, just full-time volunteers.
Okay.
And then they brought in store managers, and then in 2021, they brought in a store manager that we have now,
Okay.
Tamika O'Neill, and she had the retail experience.
And I think Tamika's right behind us. Hi, Tamika. Say hi to the audience. This is your store manager, and she's absolutely delightful.
And she's absolutely fabulous.
Yeah,
This is her concept of the store.
Okay.
Setting it up just like a retail store when you come in and shop.
Well, it's clearly a labor of love. So tell us something we might not know that kind of goes on behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes are our staff and volunteers who are going through every piece of donation that comes in the building and making sure they pick out the right pieces and everything looks good for people to shop and buy.
Okay.
As they go through it, anything that's not able to go to the floor, is sold to a company who recycles everything. So not a lot going into the landfill as much as possible.
Right.
Because we even have a company that recycles the electronics as well.
So what I think is interesting, as we were sitting here visiting, I happened to glance at the couch, and I've noticed that and I want you to explain to our listeners, the pricing goes down by date.
Yes.
So this started on sometime in
June 10th.
June 10th at $350, and it's leather. Then explain what happens after that.
And then a week later, it'll go down again. It'll go down 25%. And then on the third week, it'll go down 50% to 75% on the fourth week. And then after that, we'll get whatever we can out of it.
Yeah.
Or either our store manager give it away free.
So if I'm listening to this video and I'd like to donate, how do I do that?
You go to our website, clotheslesstravel.org, and there's a place that says donate, and you click on that link, and you set that up for someone to come out and pick up your donations. You fill it out, you show pictures of what you have that you want to donate, and we have a staff that'll come out in the afternoons or early mornings and do the pickup.
So
they schedule it.
You mentioned you're expanding into Coweta.
Yes.
Talk to us about that, where it's going to be.
We're expanding to Avery Park in Newnan. There's 14,000 square foot building. When we first start, we'll have mostly women clothing and a little home goods. But hopefully as we continue to grow in Newnan, we'll be able to expand into something larger.
Okay.
But right now we're just trying to get our feet wet.
Awesome. Well, I think I mentioned this to you when I walked up. If you've not been here before, the parking lot is packed.
Yes.
You can't find a spot, and you have a lot of parking places.
Yes.
The building is just crawling with people. I mean, do you do this every single day?
This is pretty much every day. You open the door at 9 o'clock and people are standing outside waiting to get in.
And are you 5 days a week, 7 days a week?
We are 9 to 6 Tuesdays through Friday.
Okay. So you have
9 to
good
5 on Saturday.
flexible hours.
Yes.
So is there anything else on the horizon that you'd like to share with us that you think would be interesting?
No more than our newness store that will be opening up in August.
And if you've never been here, what is one thing that you should try or know or do, or other than sit in the furniture department and have an interview for our audience?
I just say walk the whole store. Because there's so many treasures to find that you wouldn't expect to be here.
Yeah.
I've helped my son decorate his whole apartment just coming in here. So
I have to tell you an interesting story. When I was at the chamber this morning before I came over here, there were two ladies at the front desk, and I happened to mention I was coming here to meet with you to do the interview. And they immediately just lit up. And they were like, oh, we love that place. We shop there all the time. Then I called one of my coworkers on the way over here, and I brought you up. And she was like, oh, I love that place. A previous place she used to come here to help with decorating with some of their offices. So it has a lot of functionality.
Yes. We even do corporate volunteers here. They bring their groups and kind of do a group volunteer projects here for us.
So I was in a meeting recently, and Yamaha was looking for a volunteer assignment where it wasn't just stocking shelves, that it was maybe doing some other things. So groups like that.
Yes.
Good place to come volunteer.
Exactly, because we have like Panasonic, Delta has volunteered with us.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, our time is just about up. Is there anything else you'd like for the audience to know about you or the facility or Tamika or your team?
This is an amazing team here. We have 28 employees, but we have 250 volunteers. So anybody want to come in and volunteer and give some time back to the community. That's what we do.
Well, maybe we can get back together in the future, and you can tell us some of your wonderful success stories, and we can hear some testimonials from some of your your organizations that received the funding.
Oh, most definitely. That'd be great.
Well, we're going to have to end that for today. I want to thank everybody for showing up today and watching With Clothes Less Travel. And by all means, if you have not been over here, I highly encourage you to just take a few hours out of your schedule, come on over and check some things out. And I bet you will not walk away empty-handed. So once again, thank you, Hope, for allowing me to interview you. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you on our next Where Are We Wednesday segment.